G'day, and welcome to How To with B. Today we're going to learn how to tack up a horse. This is Kansas. Introduce yourself, buddy. Don't be fucking rude. Anyway, first things first. You clean them, you brush them, you pick out their feet, you look for any injuries whatsoever. Next up, you get your saddle pad. I've chosen this one because I love the blue with the Ranger horse. I've actually called it chestnut, but I call him a little Ranger. Anyway, when you're popping this on, here's what you want to do. So when you're popping this on, just chuck her on over. This hole, his wither should be poking up through it. So this is his wither, right there, this thing. The highest point, that's where you want this bad boy to pop through. And this should come halfway through his shoulder. The back of it should be before his hips. So that's where his hip is right now. So when he's moving his legs and he's trotting, his hips are going to push up here. And if you have the saddle pad there, it's going to be hitting the saddle pad. You don't want his hips hitting that saddle pad. See, it looks out of proportion. It looks shit. A non-horse rider would probably do it this way. They'd be like, yep, smack it straight in the middle of the back. Nah. Get this hole, put the wither right up the top, and then the front of it should be halfway through the shoulder. Just like that. And then you look at the back. Sometimes you can get saddle pads that are too long, so just make sure that it's fitted to them. Should be before his hips. So that's his hip there. Got plenty of room. Probably a hand space in between the saddle pad and the hip. Now, when you're popping the saddle on, I've got my swinging fender. A lot of people aren't familiar with the swinging fenders. They're more of an Australian style. So I pop the girth. So it usually goes down. Oh, where is it? Yeah, on that side. You see that? And I'll pop it back over. It's same side. And then with the extra, oh, Jesus, bit of rope, which comes off this side, I just pop it on over. So there's nothing dangling apart from the stirrups. And then gently place it on their back. Just like that. Just like that. Gentle. You don't want to smack it on their back. Now sort of pop it straight in the middle of that saddle pad. And gently just pull this bad boy over. Straighten it up. And you want it to be, you know, sort of not right up tucked under the front legs. Sort of just dropping right where it should. You know, just like that. And then we come over this side. Now here's the key part. You pull it over. Make sure there's buttons in the middle somewhere. Can you see them? Make sure they're directly in the middle of the horse so that the girth is even on both sides. Like this might be 4 holes on that side and 3 on that side. That's all right, you know, but try and make it even in the middle. You don't want 7 holes loose on that side and 3 holes tight on this side, you know, like just try to make it even. Next up, we get this rope. This is going to be a little bit difficult because I don't have anyone here filming me. Anyway, and I'll teach you 2 different tricks. I'll have to bring my horse closer. All right, hopefully you can see. So I grab the girth again, and I get this. And first thing you want to do is straighten her up. And I pop it through. Pop it through once. Oh, depends how long it is. You can pop it through once. There's a few ways to do this. And then because it's so long, you want to pop it up through the top. So you get that out of the way. And then make sure it's, you know, not looped around and not fucked up and shit. And you pop it down through the back of that thing. Down through the back of that loop. Boop, boop, boop. And you can pop it back through this loop. So sort of just going over itself, you know. And then, is that saddle pad all right? Yeah, he's just got his legs all fucking weird. Anyway. And then you can tighten it, tighten it, tighten it. As long as you can fit a couple of fingers still in there, you don't want to fucking squeeze the shit out of them. As long as you can fit some fingers in there, it's fine. But then again, you don't want it really loose. That as soon as you get on and put your foot in that stirrup, the saddle's going to come sideways. You don't want that. Anyway, tighten her up, sort of like that. Some horses might try and turn around and bite you, obviously because they're very uncomfortable. But that's pretty good. And then because I've got this excess, you do a, what's it called, a Texas T-knot. So you chuck it over the back to the left. Over the back, it's going to be a bit tight. Ooh, over the back and to the left. You want to go that way. I don't know if this video is going to be backwards. Anyway, over the back to the left. Pull it, tighten it up, and then you go over. So back, left, over in the front, back to the right. Anyway, I'll try and show you close up. All right, ready? So I've just looped it up through. So you would go up the top. So behind, to the left, and then, Jesus Christ, I really need someone here with me. And then around the front, and then you come back up the back. So behind that right side, and then pull it on through here and tuck it in there. But because mine is too short, because Kansas is too much of a fat cunt, he's actually lost a lot of weight, believe it or not, I'm going to use this bad boy. So you pop it. I could probably do another hole, so I just want to tighten it a little bit more. He's not going to be happy about this. Sorry, mate. Oh, Jesus. And see, that hole can poke through there, and then I can loosen it a bit, and it'll tighten up there. So as long as I can fit some fingers in, yep, she's all good. She's all G. Anyway, and then just poke it up through the top, and then come around the back again, and it won't loosen this way. Bingo. Sturdy as. Oh, for the bridle, shit. Now putting the bridle on Kansas, he's got a bit of a different bridle. Looks a little bit complicated. We're a little bit too close, buddy. Thank you. Beautiful man. Oh, no, you're right there. He's just got one ear hole, as you can see. And he's got a bit of a complicated fucking whatchamacallit going on here. Bit of a situation. Anyway, he responds better with this bit. He's a bit of a cheeky sod if you don't use this bit on him. Anyway, Kansas doesn't really run away. The rest do as soon as I take that fucking halter off them. So first up, you want to gently guide the bit into their mouth. So gently. You don't want to smack it against their fucking teeth. So I bring them around. I slip it sort of almost close. I pull this strap back and I sort of cradle it into his mouth. Can you see how I'm doing that? How I'm holding the bottom of it, pushing it up through. If he's been a bit stubborn and he won't open his mouth, I just tuck my finger into the side of his mouth. Just fiddle with his teeth a bit and then he'll open his mouth. There we go, open his teeth. There we go, good boy. And you just want to gently guide it in. We just pop this over his head. Of course, this is on the other side. And gently put his ear in. Sorry, mate. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, I know. I'm a bit of a cunt of an owner. Anyway, make sure it's all even, beautiful. Get his mane not caught out of it, you know. And that's how I put that bit in my horse. He's got the ear, you know, little earpiece. Anyway, that's how you tack up a bloody horse. Now getting on, that's another thing. Make sure you've popped your reins over. Swing that one over. Mine are split reins. Swing this one over. Now when I'm getting on, I'll tighten these reins. I'll make sure his head is turned towards me. So if I have a horse that freaks out, at least I can do that tight one rein turn. So if, you know, if I've got a horse where I go to get on and they swing that ass around the other side, at least I've got them doing an inside loop instead of an outside loop, you know, because I go to get on and I pull that rein in so his head's facing towards my ass. So if he freaks out, at least we're going to do an inside circle, you know, instead of doing an outside one, he's going to fling me the fuck off, you know. Anyway, so I do that inside one. I hop beside him just like this, facing his back. I put this foot in the stirrup. I grab onto the saddle as much as I can, both sides, and I swing on up. Ooh, just like that. Sorry, mate, that was a little bit hard. Don't be too harsh. I'm a bit of a cunt, but anywho. And you just want them light, just like that. And whoa, good boy. Now let's go do some fucking riding. Yeah, doggy.